Wrong one. So, hi everybody. Let me play my intro so we can pass the 2 minute mark, and then we're gonna get into it. It was just unbelievable. It really, really was. Hi guys, how are you? Hi everybody. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. I mean, I don't have time to ask you guys, how was your day? How was my day? It just went down. So I made a video earlier today, if you didn't check that out, where I was talking about what's his name? Chris Todd and Courtey Burgess have been making the rounds this weekend with, a lot of accusations. Courtney saying that someone gave him a copy of Kim's book, and Chris Todd went on yesterday, and a lot of people start saying this doesn't feel right. You say they say to Courtney, you say you're an associate of Kim's. Mm-hmm. Like, what does that mean? Did you work with her? Did you? She was a friend that you just kind of. What does associate mean? Well, it can't mean that she's like one of those friends that you put in that category, because he said he doesn't know Kim. The story doesn't make sense. And earlier, what's his name? Chris Todd was tripping up himself in his own words. I couldn't record it because my phone is broke. It just didn't sound right. A lot of people didn't believe them. So then all of a sudden, Jaguar Wright comes on this guy show named Shaun Attwood, okay? And she confronts Courtney. Now, before it's epic. It's epic. Get your cheesecakes and your puff. It's epic. But before we go into it, I wanted to say this. Now, I don't know who interviewed these. I don't know these people. On the right side, I don't know them. But let me say this, okay? And I think they did the best that they can do. And, deep down inside, we're all one. Yeah, we all know that. But cultures are different, right? And even a culture within a culture can be different. Saying like, okay, I'm African American, but I grew up in Detroit. So that's a different culture than growing up in California, okay? I told you guys, and nobody believes me, the Meech was called Demetrius Shipp Sr., not Big Meech. Well, I keep trying to change my title. It's not changing.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you, Ghetto Cooking Channel. I'm trying to change my channel. I don't know what's up.
Yeah, I thought you had changed it. Yeah.
You didn't change. Okay. Yeah, but we'll get to that in a minute. So anyway, these guys are great. Okay. And they gave a good interview from what they know. They don't know the whole story. And so these men, these rappers are gangsters. They're unaliving people left and right, got more money to do whatever they want. But there's still a group of thugs. I'm not trying, I'm just trying to explain. There's still a group of thugs, right? Gangsters. Like, what's the guy? They're our God Johnny. What's his name? John Gotti. They come from that type of world, right? You can't get these unalivers together and say, how can we work this out, guys? How can we work it out? No.
It got to be a middle ground somewhere.
They don't. It's not their fault. They don't understand the culture. They don't understand the culture. You can't. And I'll try to explain it. It's like getting John Gotti together with Paul Castellano, right? The guy that used to be the mob boss, and John Gotti unalives him in a restaurant, and then they see each other for the first time, and you go, "How can we work this out, guys?" There's no working it out. Diddy is a K-er. Okay, there's no working it out. There's no calm down, Jag. How can we find peace? Please don't get so upset. Don't get so upset. Do you guys realize? And I'm not trying to chew you out. I'm trying to tell you guys there is stuff y'all don't even know about. But people are trying to K Jaguar Wright. She's not lying. She's not making that up. People are out to rob Jaguar of her life. What was that?
Oh, I ain't saying it.
Oh, I thought I heard something. You work it out. Jaguar Wright has to be very careful. Right now, her life is in danger. And, I'm not dragging you guys. I'm saying congratulations on an epic interview. But there's no working this out. Like, you got to sit back, Ron, especially Ron, and let the story unfold. You just got handed a gem. No, don't work it out. You sit back.
Sharrell, where's your mic at? Somebody said an echo, but I don't hear an echo, but maybe you, okay. Go ahead. I actually heard everything you said, but it sounded like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so maybe it's good now. When you're blessed with this, gem that's put in your hand, don't interrupt so much, Ron. Please don't ask questions like, how can we work this out? Jag, please don't get upset. Don't get upset. People are trying to unalive Jaguar Wright. They're trying to silence her voice. So, besides that, it was a great interview. Like, I'm going to play it. Perry, what are your thoughts before we play it? Because it was good.
I truly enjoyed it. We've been saying, where's Jag? Where's Jag? We ain't seen Jag. And was getting a little worried, like, shit, where is she? But when she come on the show, they did the best they could from the audience they normally would do it. But Jag did what she had to do because she knew Courtney wasn't going to say a damn thing. If Jag wouldn't say nothing, he'll be sitting there just shooting lie after lie after lie. Bill did a video this morning concerning the same guy about him just lying and acting like, he's associate. Then he's supposed to have, you tell one lie, you do this, now you're making money because Jag says cars getting repoed.
For real.
Yeah, I mean, Jag said, I don't know and don't care. But the whole thing is shows that maybe he just out here trying to take this little thing and make money off of it. And Gene just saying, look, the stuff he's saying don't make sense, and he's pretty much a liar. But it upsets people when he include their name in it. So Gene's upset.
Yeah, because he's trying to sound legit.
Right. So Gene made so many videos, somebody can go in there and say, take his story. Yeah, this happened. Because he's supposed to have met Gene, I think, sometime in 1999 at, some function. I'm not sure if it was at a park, something. But he's claiming that he met him, right? But the whole thing is people just trying to make money. And that's why Jag mad because he brought up her name.
Jag is mad for a whole bunch of reasons. I will be mad because he brought up my name. I also will be mad at she understands somebody else is behind this. It's either Jay-Z or P. Diddy. See, it's a deeper problem. It's a deeper situation. These men are gangsters and they can't be trusted. I wouldn't put it past Diddy or Jay-Z to concoct this crazy plan. But she didn't know the reason why, and we can't figure out the reason why. Besides that, I do believe he was trying to taint the jury, the future jury. Let me go ahead. Do you want to say anything before I start playing this?
Oh, no, go ahead.
I'm going to play it. Perry, stop me whenever you need to stop.
Okay.
Um, let's just get started with it. It was great.
All right. Not only that, we've got Courtey Burgess coming in, and he's like the most talked about man at the epicenter of the most sold controversial book band in the world with Jaguar. They're going to be having a conversation. But first of all, last time we were on with Jaguar, there was so many questions came in, but we didn't really get enough time to go over things thoroughly. And that's what I hope we can do in this first 30 minutes before Courtey comes on. So huge thank you for coming back so soon, Jaguar.
Well, the truth is, I'm growing to love you guys. I love what goes on over here. Rower was like my cousin. He's like my Scottish cousin from 8 generations ago. And Shane is such a wonderful guy. And I'm going to be making it to my P.O. box. So you'll be seeing something very special soon. I can't wait. I'm honored. And, it's just, I love anybody who's interested in getting to the heart of what's real. But these are explosive conversations, and we'd be fools to not take them step by step. Nobody wants to get called into court by the feds.
What do you think about Courtey getting called into the court by the feds?
I think it was appropriate, considering. Very appropriate. I just don't understand why nobody is asking how he ended up in front of the feds and I didn't.
We should have known right then.
Did somebody say
I have to
Jag
stop
is
it
in,
every couple seconds.
Is Jag in the chat?
Jack's in the chat?
I thought somebody said that. I'm not sure. I thought somebody said that. I was looking.
Okay, we should have known right there. It was going to be epic. I have to stop it every couple seconds. Let's keep
loved
going.
it. Like I knew it was coming.
Is that coming?
I felt sorry for the guy, and I was thinking that ain't no way he gonna show up. But guess what? His dumb ass did.
He showed up. This is so good. It's so good. Let's keep listening.
I doubt it anytime soon.
No. You know why she's not being called into court? Because she'll destroy everyone. She'll destroy them all. They can't. I'm going to be quiet.
I wish somebody would take me to court. All they do is make threats.
Somebody said Jag is in the chat and dropped the link. Ooh, child, I hope this is true. I'm dropping the link. That shit was so damn good.
I loved it. That shit, for real, I ain't laughed so hard in a minute. Everything's been
it was great.
But she had him
Jag,
scared.
If you're in the chat, come on up, girl. We would love to talk to you because that shit was epic. Let me pin it to the top. Hold on one second. Perry,
that man was scared to breathe.
Over here. He didn't know what to say. He did not know what to say. It was amazing. Child, oh my God. I'm going to pin it to the top. How does this work? Okay. So, Jag, if you're in the chat and you want to come up, girl, please come. Oh, here she is. Hold on. Let me take this down. Hold on. Hold on, Jag. Girl. It was so good. It was so good.
I loved it, Jag. That was good.
Now, Jag. Now, it was great because everybody kind of suspected the story didn't make sense. And you suspected the story didn't make sense. But you don't know who's behind it. Who do you think is behind this?
After today, I'd be tempted to say, I think it's the Jigga Man.
I do too. Me and Perry had a debate over that. People don't understand. How can I put this? They're after you. They are after you. And it's nothing you're making up.
We're moving around right now. We're in the desert again. It's this number one, Sharrell. Since I've known you, since you came into my life back in 2020, you've never known me to not be like this.
Right.
Well, I mean,
I've always been on the move. I've always been ready to move. And I work every day hard to stay alive until people are strong enough. This is just the commitment that I made I went all the way out there. I'm not going to say that I saw it going this far, but I knew no matter how far it was, I was going to walk the distance. And, you know, even we have had some disagreements in the past, but what I love the most about it is you guys never stopped asking the tough. You never stop asking the hard questions. You have an audience that is really about critical thinking. And yeah, you guys have a good time. But I know you guys really do care about the truth. I know that that's what drew you to Nosy Whole Live, you know, and that's how we connected. So I just want everyone to know that when it comes to you content creators who are always pushing that line and always demanding more, thank you.
Jag,
Because
we are worried.
y'all kept this going. Y'all kept this going. Thank you.
No, thank you. Jag, we're really worried about you. I
know.
think most of America knows now Jay-Z is no joke, Diddy's no joke. These are gangsters. What keeps you not being afraid and speaking your piece?
God.
Mm.
Period.
God don't function in
God.
no fear.
And now they know that that's where we are with it. You know, Alex Spiro is starting to become a thorn in my side. I'm really hoping that Ariel Kid has no connection to him, because then that'll probably most likely guarantee, coffin nail it, that this is all the Jigga Man. And honestly, let's just say allegedly and hypothetically, to protect this channel with that lovely banner going on down there at the bottom. Shout out to the mods who are kicking butt in this chat and making sure everything stays green and lit. Okay.
Oh, this Lonzo. Let me get this.
Oh, sure. Go ahead. Let's just be clear here.
Hey, Lonzo.
Whatever they're trying to do,
How you doing, sir?
they're going to keep trying to do it, but they don't do God. They don't trump
Hold on
God.
Mute real quick. Let me just chop with Lonzo.
Hold on 1 second. This is an important call.
Real quick.
Give us 1 second.
I wanted to well, I wanted to see if you're available.
I'm gonna listen. It's not a joke. Jag is in danger.
Right. I mean, she wanted to thank us for keeping it going, our content creators, but we ain't putting nothing at risk.
Yeah.
It's hard to go out here and put these claims or allegations or your truth out there. And it's repercussions to a lot of shit. But the shit we do is no repercussions. Hell, you might get, you know, copyright or something, you know, like that, but we ain't risking our life for it.
It's very dangerous. These are some gangsters. Jay-Z is trying to go. He's even affected everybody around Jag. He wants her to shut up. And so Jaguar Wright is brave. Gene Deal is brave. This is a sick men. They are sick men, and they're not playing around. Now, during Shaun's interview, Shaun Attwood's interview, Jaguar Wright said that she reached out to the attorney, Ariel Mitchell Kidd, and she told her that they're after me. She didn't get a response. Oh, here you go. Oh, okay.
Sorry about that. A call came through, and we are in the desert, so I'm not sure where that next wormhole is coming. So we got about 5 minutes. I know Odell wanted to speak to you guys as well, and I heard everything you're saying, and I'm going to tell you this right now. Every day that I've spoken the truth, and every day that I fought and I kept it's the same thing. I thank God for every day he gives me, and I'm grateful for every night I get to go to sleep in my sound mind. You know, there are so many people that when I think about what's happened to Britney Spears, because that was an intelligent young woman, but years of lithium treatment and being forced to take medication, it has messed with her mind. They have tried to do the same thing to me. These are the practices that are used. And now here we are. We're at this moment. And I just want to say, if you're worried about me, just pray for me. Just pray for me.
We will. Everybody in this chat is riding for you, Jag, and we are praying for you. Hi, Odell. How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Hey, not bad.
That was an epic interview, Odell, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. I was there live in living color, and they didn't know what they were gonna get because I think they thought it was gonna be one thing, and then it turned out to be a other. I was just on the phone with one of my OGs, so I wanted to contact Pac's manager, former manager. So I'm setting that up. In fact, we're going over there tomorrow.
Okay.
Because this whole little situation with Courtney is funny, very funny. And then him to bring up the Tupac connection. Why? What?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't
What
understand
he
it.
doing? We're putting two and two together.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Well, did you see in the beginning, Odell? He looked scared when Jag was just, letting him know, I'm not believing you. You're a liar. He looked scared, didn't he?
In the words of Jay-Z, you need more people.
He looked scary. It was so good. But at the end, then he tried to defend himself, but he didn't have nothing to say. He was caught in a dead ass lie. All of it is a lie. I mean, how do we even know he even talked to the grand jury? I mean, he did come out. Oh, this is what I wanted to ask you, Jag, real quick. You talked about Ariel Mitchell, kid. You talked about she had another client. Can you explain what you were talking about?
I believe her name is Ashley, but it's the woman, the one of the lawsuits that just came out, the woman who was
Ashley Perham?
assaulted with, who was assaulted with the remote control and allegedly derugged and held, so Ariel, she represents her. And I just find it interesting that while she's sitting here talking about her clients this and this had to be updated, I don't understand why no one is saying that the witness that...
Oh.
Sorry about that. I told you we might only have a minute or two left. But the witness that called was actually law enforcement. It was a law enforcement officer that felt the need to make that phone call when that woman running out of that house of horrors. This wasn't just some random person who didn't know how to assess trauma and damage. This is someone who was trained to see a victim, and clearly that's why he called. The question is, why has it been said on numerous occasions that she felt like she was being intimidated? She felt like nobody wanted to hear what she had to say, which is why she initially didn't say that it was the diddler. But she did that she was clearly traumatized. There was no great kit. She was not taken to meet with a mental health care professional to see if she was having delusions or paranoid, or was this real. There was no blood panel done, and they didn't check to see if there was anything in her system. They literally swept it under the rug and made sure that all of the evidence could be lost. And I don't understand how that happens when the initial witness was law enforcement, trained to understand this, and then law enforcement came and slowed it all the way down. It's just too... That's too much.
Damn.
Alleged. Too much.
Okay. Listen, it's a lot going on. Gene Deal said that he feels that eventually Diddy's gonna unalive himself. What do you think about that? Because it's starting to get piled up. What do you think?
I'm gonna tell you this right now. A paranoid addict of enforced recovery in the worst conditions possible will only breed bad mental clarity. That man, anything is possible. You want to
Do
know the
you think
sad thing
that
about it? You want to know what's
what?
sad about it? Even if he
What?
did do it, everyone will think somebody else did. I just don't understand why they won't. I'm gonna be quiet because this is your channel, and you guys got a great audience over here. I'm not trying to get nobody struck, so I'm gonna say that there's a lot more to Mr. Combs' issues, and I don't know. Right now, the crown is up for grab. The devil's crown is up for grab, and he's lost his grip on it. Question is, who's gonna be froggy enough to jump up and grab it? I think we're about to see a lot of chaos in hip hop. Let's say prayers. This might be an awful holiday season for hip hop.
Damn.
Last question. Do you think that Diddy is just facing his karma because of what he did to Kim? You know how, and he's just losing it mentally?
I don't think he had much to begin with. That man is possessed by everything bad. Like, I think people keep forgetting, you know, they see the billions and all of the newspaper clippings and the videos, but they tend to forget that this is nothing more than a well-funded, paranoid, allegedly psychotic drug addict.
Yeah.
Who's had anger issues pretty much his whole life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We keep forgetting about, you know, we see Nisa talking about, the Combs legacy and the Bad Boy legacy. But everyone's forgetting about the story, the very real story that Jean told about when the diddler was kicking her up underneath a car. He's been putting his feet on women. Like, we gotta let go of being upset and disappointed and deal with the fact that we all financially invested in some really bad people who do some really bad things. It was a bad investment. Let's find a way to start investing in art that is not built from pain.
Yeah. But they're all gangsters, Jag. They're all corrupt.
Yeah, I
All
know,
of
but
them.
you know what though? We need to start figuring out how to create an area where the water is clean and people are kind. Like, that's why I really started speaking up, because I am so sick and tired of seeing credible artists being destroyed, moved around, disparaged, smear campaign, disappeared in one way or another, whether it's digitally or physically. You know, I'm tired of all of this. And meanwhile, there's so much great music that gets overshadowed, so much great music that gets exploited, and so much great music people don't ever get to hear for the people who are afraid to have anything to do with the industry. We got to change that.
People are scared. I just want you to know, me and my audience, Perry, we want to physically thank you for what you're doing, because it's brave, it's dangerous. In the beginning, you were the only person that spoke up for a long time. And all that time that I didn't believe you, I apologize, and I wholeheartedly believe you and thankful for what you're doing.
Sharrell, thank you for being that voice that challenged me.
Oh no.
You challenged me to stand on business every time. And that's what makes sitting here with you guys today so very special. Because it's you holding my feet to the fire that made me say, I'm just going to live it. It's coming. The truth is coming. Thank you. Thank you for keeping me honest.
And let me say one thing. Wait.
Thank you too.
Do me a
Thank you,
favor.
Odell.
Hey, thank you. And if anybody, them people try to use this content, please strike them. And Ty Woods, you're in the chat. Fuck you.
Oh, Ty Woods is the weirdest. You know, Ty Woods is one of those crown people over there with the official King PDF file.
Damn.
That's one of those crown
You trying to get Perry started.
Yeah, the official King PDF file. You know, he a freaky ass nigga. You know how it goes, Perry.
Yeah, I know. I know what you're talking
Jag,
about.
don't get Perry started. You trying to get Perry started. We passed that.
Listen to me. All I need to see is that wig and that crown, and it's doing his popping, G. Especially when he put the little googly glasses on it.
Yeah.
Hey, we doing something with that Jag puppet. We might have to do a pedo puppet and let Perry do the
All
voice.
right, look, y'all. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Thank you so much. Stay
Yeah,
safe.
thanks.
You too, Odell.
Thank you for Thank you for all of your prayers, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you,
All right,
Jag.
Jag, you be good. All right.
Bye.
Okay.
I'm so glad they called in. We're laughing and we're joking, but everybody in this chat, we're thankful and we're scared for Jag. So let's play these tapes. I'm gonna play a couple minutes and then I have to stop it and stuff like that. Do you want me to bring you up now, Noel, or after? Okay. Okay, let's listen to the tapes. And I feel like crying. She's gone through a lot. Let's listen to the where we were. So anyway, so these guys don't know what they're getting to, and they look shocked. So let's get into it. Okay, that's not working. Let's try this one.
And hire more stalkers and weirdos to hunt me down and try to discredit me.
Do you think the fact that Courtney got called into the court authenticates the book?
No, I think it authenticates what I've been thinking about him. I think they call bullshit.
Mm.
Could you explain what you mean by that?
I'm going to put it to you this way. Whatever tapes he sent them or he gave them or they already had. They just wanted to see what he had. See if it lined up. See if it matched up. Maybe see if any of that was edited from what they already had. He got caught lying. And that's why there's a gag order on it. What I want to know is if he only had a portion of tapes, those aren't all of the tapes, how can he be so certain that Miss Knowles was never around? Like you caping for some really interesting people. I know he's going out of his way to try to disparage me or discourage people from talking to me. I also think it's interesting that his lawyer is someone who appeared to agree with my position on some things, confirm my position on some things, reached out to me, and then when I hit her back with a real message, she just went ghost. And I am speaking of Ariel Kidd. I find it very interesting that she also represents that woman who was assaulted with that remote control. Also think it's even more interesting that nobody's talking about who made the phone call. Because some research has been done and information has been shared. And it wasn't just a neighborhood witness that called the police that day. It was a law enforcement officer themselves.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to figure out, while you're advocating for this witness, why wasn't that mentioned? It wasn't just a witness, a neighbor who saw this woman run out and saw the car speed. It was a law enforcement officer that called. And then law enforcement came out. And as Ariel's witness stated, and she's repeated on several occasions, no one wanted to believe her, which is why she didn't get further into dropping names. That kind of suggests there was some intimidation when the witness's coworkers showed up. But all of that, and the simple fact that no one took that woman to a hospital to get a grape kit or to be, just do a little intake with a psych doctor to make sure that she wasn't having hallucinations or delusions, why there wasn't a blood panel ran on her.
Now, let me stop this for a minute. I'm starting to think that Ariel Mitchell is shady. When you take on clients, the first thing you do is run a background check, verify what they're saying. You just don't go to the media right away without verification. She's shady. She always wants to be in the public eye. That's just on me. Let me bring up Noel something really quickly. Hi, Noel. Can you turn your TV off?
How are you? Hi, how are you?
Good.
Good.
I'm doing
Did
good.
you-
And what is this panel is about? I'm sorry, I am new here.
Oh, we're talking about Jaguar Wright in the interview that she did. So
Yes.
hang tight and let's finish the interview and then I bring you up, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Good. So keep going.
To see if there were substances in her system. I don't understand how that didn't happen after she had been assaulted and drugged by a woman who wasn't even a qualified medical condition. Why is no one talking about KK? The phlebotomist who apparently rigs people up with IV and knows how to administer shots. I don't know. If I were an attorney and I were representing that young woman, I believe her name is Ashley. I were her attorney, I would be bringing up all of these things. I don't know. Maybe I'm reaching.
So you're saying there's a containment exercise in progress surrounding what's out there, what they know is out there now, and they're going to protect vested interests.
I'm saying that I believed all along that Courtey Burgess has been playing chicken with the law in hopes to dilute and confuse the jury pool. Lightweight. I just don't think.
So she's saying that Courtey and probably that suspicious Chris Todd are doing this to confuse a jury pool. I believe that, but I'm like, Jag, who's behind it? It's got to be, in my opinion, and Jay-Z, we know you watch these things, it's got to be you. You're the only one to gain something out of this. And we heard the rumors a couple weeks ago. I did a couple videos back about how Jay-Z is working with the feds. He wants all the stuff to come out so Diddy looks bad and nobody questions him. That's my theory. Perry, do you have a theory before I go on?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I mean, well, I don't have a theory. No, I don't know, but yeah, it's coming from somewhere.
Yeah.
Now, it could possibly be him. It could be Diddy. Because you would think, well, why would he do that? If you just start throwing a little bit of truth or something in there, and then a whole bunch of lies, people would discredit the whole thing, even the truth. So, and it'll sort of like if you in there in court or something, it's reasonable doubt there. You know what I'm saying? Like the jurors gonna
Reasonable
feel
doubt.
like, yeah, that could be true, but this part wasn't. So you throw everything out. So I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know who doing it, but I could see if Diddy's going through this, and you don't want your name to get mentioned, you go to work too. To try to, patch things up before your name get mentioned. So I don't know.
Let's keep going.
God was right about why I thought it. When he started attacking Albie Shore, that was out of character. Highly out of character. Because anyone who knew or loved Lady Kim Porter, as her husband referred to her, and that's Albert Brown Sr., would know that no disparaging Albie Shore. Kim did she did not stand for Albie Shore bashing in her life. So to say that you're her friend and then to dishonor her lifelong commitment to the man she married and had a child with.
She is so right. Courtey came out. He was saying all kind of disparaging things about Albie Shore. He called him a liar.
Right.
Said that, yeah, remember?
Yeah. I mean,
So
he went to discredit Albie Shore. He tried to make him like, he was a used rag, that bitter, right? And because, well, I'm not sure if he actually said it. Well, I think he could have made the reference that they slept together.
Yeah, he said that Albie Shore wanted the book down because he slept with Diddy. This is what he said. So he is throwing dirt on Albie Shore's name right out the box.
Right, but if you think about it, if you discredit Albie Shore, and then the things Albie Shore has been saying over the years that he believed Diddy had something to do with her passing, now you put him in this category where you can't believe anything he says.
Exactly. That's exactly. They're trying to discredit people. Let's keep going.
That only benefits the man that just put a bunch of babies inside her and never married her. It's weird. A man that abused her. You're helping him, sir. I was wrong about why.
Ron, anything to add to that?
If I got anything to add to that, I'm just wanting to see what happens when Courtney actually comes on here. It's going to. I feel like it's going to be like two meteors smashing into each other, because it sounds like when you say that he's trying to change the jury and things like this. I mean, obviously that kind of gives me the sense that you don't really necessarily trust.
Shane, if you want to come up, Shane is saying that he's the producer for the Shaun Attwood show. Please do so. The link is at the top. I pinned it to the top. If you want to add some things in, since you were there, it was epic. It was really epic.
His entire agenda or his anger behind all this.
It is motivated by something sinister.
Okay. And
sit there and the best way to create disinformation is to get pieces of the truth and then build a bunch of negative and weird, attachments to it. It's kind of like what they did with the Bible. There's still a lot of truth in there from the original scrolls. And then there's a lot of propaganda that were added by people. Why does no one want to believe that that's what's happening with this book?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The man that is defending the book, the white man who came out lying with an African-American name.
Yep.
Issues with that. Your name isn't Jamal, sir. Why did you choose an African-American name as your ghostwriting name for a book? If what you really wanted was justice for Kim, then you should just come forward with your face. It would have had a great impact to see a white man care so much about a woman's legacy who was being erased right before America's very eyes for the past 6 years. Like, if that's really what you wanted to do, why did you come forward with an African-American name, sir, as your you could have.
Shaun, you're saying you're in the studio. I don't see you backstage. Shane, I'm sorry, I called you Shaun. Shane, can you I don't see you backstage. Let me redrop the link just in case, I don't know, something happened. Try it again, please. We would love to talk to you. Hopefully he'll come up. I was watching when Jag called and just speed it up. Okay. It's so much going on. It's so dangerous and so much more to this story. It's not even funny. Like, it's just crazy. Oh, hold on. Is that you, Shane?
Yes, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm tired. It's been a long day.
Well, I see.
It was epic. It was epic. It was worth every moment, wasn't it?
I'm still texting Courtney now about stuff. So yeah, it was epic to say the least.
So I want to ask you a couple questions.
Sure.
Do you guys, were you familiar with the backstory going all the way back to a lot of these rap music moguls are drug related and gangsters?
I'm 52, and I actually grew up in the town in Maryland where Jay-Z and DeHaven were friends. Yeah, and rap music was a big part of my life. And I'm a big old white country boy, but I love rap music. I grew up on Biggie, Tupac. Way back. Marvin Gaye. I listen to everything. I love all types of music, and I play ball. I'm 6'2" and 375. I'm a big guy, and I played football with a lot of these guys, and I listen to everything. But up until recently, when I started with Shaun's channel, I came in to work for 2 weeks to help him book guests because his guy was out. And I did so well, I just ended up getting the job, and here we are. And I'm familiar with everything that's going on with Diddy's story, kind of back from when it was just earplay, when you just heard about the freak offs and heard about the wild parties, and a little bit would meet the news here and there. And then all of a sudden it hit the fan. and so no, the majority of the story I don't know, but I've spent off and on probably a half an hour to 45 minutes a couple of times talking to Jaguar the past few days, because she's been on the channel 3 times in the past 2 weeks. And we've had Courtney on now. This is the 3rd time on. Just amazing, because again, hearing his take on things, hearing her take on things, I've been educated quite a bit to the whole scene. But yeah, I mean, as far as anything specific, it's just been wild hearing it coming from both of them. I've also talked to Gene Deal just a little bit, trying to get him to come on, but it was very quick. But Gene's a good guy too. I mean, I sort of, we had a couple conversations, but very small.
So you're getting the backstory and all of that, and it's a doozy. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah. And again, I kind of got off the question. The backstory, I didn't know there was that much animosity there. When we set this up, I literally started my day with waking Jaguar up to try to get her to come on, because she was on her live stream last night, and I bumped into her there. I stopped in and said hello, and she's like, let's get Courtney on. I want to talk to Courtney at the same time. And I'm thinking, we had her and Big Homie CC on a few days ago, and everything was great. It was smooth. I'm thinking it's going to be that kind of sit down. We had no idea. And of course you've got Shaun, who's your proper Englishman, and Ron, who's a crazy Scotsman. Ron's been my buddy for 5 years. I've known Shaun for almost.
Ron kept trying to get peace. No, Ron, it's way deeper than that. It's
but
deep.
The piece is the little producer guy. I'm blowing because with me being in America and those 2 guys being in another country, we use WhatsApp to communicate. And I've got my phone, I've blown the buttons right off my iPhone or the screen off, emailing both of them like, you guys got to stop this, because she got a little upset, which was warranted. But, with dropping the F-bomb and the N-word, I'm like, I was texting her boyfriend. I'm like, you got to slow her down. We're going to get demonetized. But yeah, it was just like trying to calm it down. And the bad part is Courtney, I think, was watching football or something, because I texted him. I said, are you ready to come on? Because we wanted to give her time to talk by herself, then have them both come in together, and then have him finish the show. That's how it was supposed to go. That was it. An eventful 4,000 or 5,000 people come in, watch, have a good time. No. So all of a sudden, it's like she was sharing her feelings, and then the boss was like, you better give him a little heads up what he's walking into, to be fair. I don't want to blindside him. So I texted him, and then I called her. This Courtney, she's very, what's the word I said? I said, she's being a woman. I'm kidding. I'm joking to all the women out there listening to that. It's a joke. I said, she's very emotional right now. She's got a lot of questions to ask. I said, and they're the hard questions. And he said, okay, I'm fine. I said, are you sure? He's, yes. So he went in, and they went back and forth for a little while. And
it was great.
We didn't know what to say.
Really
we were just kind of sitting there, just like in awe of everything.
You were lost.
I know who Big Meech is. I mean, she called Big Meech. I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting ready to hear a hit online. This is not going to be good.
So are you familiar who Big Meech is?
Oh, yeah, I know who Big Meech is. Yeah.
Okay. Where's there? People are saying in the chat, it wasn't the ex-drug lord Big Meech. It was another Big Meech.
Well,
but
no,
it doesn't matter.
I think there's only one Big Meech, and he's the head of the BMF. I mean, I don't know, how many other Big Meeches there are out there.
Well, we got to find out. You've got to find out, is that the Big Meech?
Well,
because
Google it. When she spun her phone around, it said Demetrius. So just Google to see if it's really.
Oh, it did say Demetrius.
Yeah.
We've got to find out. So I want to know, as you're uncovering this story and you're getting further and further along, what part was the most shocking? Were you shocked how the length of crimes that Diddy's being accused of?
Honestly, that part's over now. The shock was within the first 2 or 3 days. Well, I think the biggest shock is when we had Tony Busby on. We interviewed Tony Busby. I got a hold of him and had him come on. Yeah, and that was really a shock too. I've tried to reach out to Diddy's attorney. I have reached out to his attorney and gotten no response from Mark. But Tony was like, his secretary emailed back within a couple of days and said, sure, tell us the time and place. And he came on and spent an hour with us.
So can you hear me?
Say.
He's fading in and out. So the rumor is that all of these people suing Diddy, all of them can't be victims. You talk to Tony. What is your belief? What do you believe?
I think you're going to have the majority of them are going to be justified victims. Yes. I mean, you got to think about how many years these victims span. You know, every party Diddy's had is probably at some point turned into these events that he's allegedly being accused of, or he allegedly has committed these crimes. And it's like, you think about that and you think the average party, you've got 200 or 300 people. The after party, you might have 50, 60, 70 people. And then you're going to have women and men to help these, party goers afterwards. So an average of 6 to 10 a party. I'm guessing in my head, so you take that over 10 or 15 years, and recently, I mean, the last two suits that he's had brought against him were for a 10 and a 17-year-old.
Now, a lot of people were shocked.
That's what shocked me the most. I think that's what got me the most was the underage. I can see a party. I can see lascivious things going on. I can see all that. I mean, because when you've got that kind of money, when you own everything and you can buy anything you want, the last things that you tend to want to buy are the things that are taboo, the things that you're not supposed to have.
Right.
And that comes the parties with eating food off of people and doing certain things. So then all of a sudden, now when you bring underage people into it, that turns the whole scale to a whole different thing there. It's just like, and then you turn, it's like, why would you take a career? You're almost a billionaire. You've got the life that people would die to have. I would love to have the money that he pays taxes on one of his properties, and there's people, and he's now given that up. He's now ruined it for his family and for his legacy. I mean, he's done all this just to party. And now we're going to start finding out now that Courtney's had to turn in the evidence he's got to the grand jury. I mean, and again, I've spoken to him. He has not told me anything of what's on those, just to say that it's going to blow the roof off of things when it comes to light.
Shane, can I play a little bit of your video of when Courtney and Jag were getting into it and get your thoughts? Because it was, I keep saying epic, but I don't know another word.
Epic was right. You're right.
Let's see.
If you didn't want to use your name, what?
I'm going to fast forward this because she really.
Yes, she did.
She took it to, she wasn't joking around. It was epic. No. Let's try to get maybe here.
Just for you to respond to what Jaguar has said there.
What is she saying?
All right, Jaguar, do you want to just take Courtney through it again, just to give him a chance to really
maybe 1 point at a time.
Yeah, 1 point.
1 point at a time.
I done muted up. I done said what I had to say. I meant every word that I said, and I'm gonna stand on it because see what's about to happen. It's out of order.
I can't.
Sorry about that. I hit the out button.
We're just going to mute you, Courtney, while you get to turn the TV off behind you, because we can hear the interference. Well, you get a chance firsthand now, Jaguar, to see what he says.
He didn't want to show up.
I don't know what he was doing at that point. I don't know if because we thought he had left. Actually, we thought he took off, and I was getting ready to call him, and then he came back.
Okay, let's hear what Jack says because she goes off.
You okay though, Jag? Yeah.
Oh, I'm fine.
Yeah, good. Because you just so you know, you've terrified me. Like if you told me, like I'm terrified. Okay, just to be clear.
No, because see, I don't like people who play games with real people's lives and real people's work.
I'm with you.
The simple fact that he had the audacity to mention my name at all was ridiculous. Talking about, I don't know this and I don't know that. I'm getting to learn about you, sir. But with his lawyer being Ariel, like, why are you taking shots at me when Ariel was busy pretty much, you know what I'm saying, agreeing with me? That doesn't sound crazy.
She virtually sat there on Piers Morgan and pretty much corroborated and agreed with me, even though she never said that Courtney was her client. And then he comes and gets online to discredit me and Gene Deal, bragging about his Ferraris and stuff. Maybe the feds come back and pick up all of your cars too, sir. How you sitting there shooting shots at me? You don't even know me. And how dare you have the audacity to try to slander Gene Deal in any way? You got some nerve. Come out of nowhere like a Sputnik. And you can't give accurate information on where you got the pieces of the book, because nobody's got the whole book. And for you to sit there and have anything to say about Albert Brown Sr., also know is I'll be sure after everything that he has endured and the way that Kim loved him until the day she passed away is out of order. It's out of order.
Okay, so Jag is pissed. What are you thinking? Shane, you're on mute.
Oh, yeah, he's off.
There.
I'm still here, guys. I was having a connection issue again. I'm sorry.
So Jag is getting pissed. You guys are waiting for Courtney to come sit down. She's getting madder and madder. What were your thoughts?
At that point, before he sat back down, and like I said, I'm listening and learning at the same time because I did not know what anger she was holding back and why. So, and in that moment, I didn't know whether, because I mean, I'm sure he could still hear her, you know, because again, she was on speaker. So I think he was almost trying to think, am I going to go back into that or what? You know, I don't know, you know, and I mean, I give him credit. I mean, he did, he came back and he sat down and faced everything she had to say. You know, and again, everybody had their feelings inside chat about Courtney. A lot of people had their feelings about Jaguar, and it's pretty even split, weirdly enough. But yeah, I didn't know what to think because all I could do was look at Ron and look at Shaun. And at that time, our phones were going back and forth to each other. Like, did I do this? I'm like, I'm sitting there. I felt so bad. I sent him a message. So I'm thinking, man, I'm so sorry. I sent her boyfriend a message because he had her phone. I said, man, or had his phone because she had hers. I said, dude, I am so sorry. But nobody responded. They just kept on rolling with it. And I was like, she's got a lot of anger built up.
Yeah, a lot of anger. All right, so the people in the chat are just entering. They're saying, sorry,
well,
what'd you say?
I'm just glad she got a chance to get out what she wanted to, and I'm glad he got a chance to hear it. No, whether or not it was right, she's right, he's right. That part I don't know because that's the only they can tell who knows the truth. But yeah, it was pretty amazing because again, we're learning at the same time of why there's bad feelings there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so people in the chat are just entering, wondering what's going on. On Shaun Attwood's show, Jaguar Wright confronts Courtney, who's been going around all weekend telling us stories about what he told the grand jury. And Jag said he's lying and that he's working for either Jay-Z or P. Diddy. So I'll play the next segment in its entirety. It was so good. We've got Shane with us, who is a producer on the Shaun Attwood show.
Well, let me say one thing before you play that you're talking about as far as him. When we talked one night, she mentioned that she thought that he may work for one of the two, and I don't believe that. I can't say. I mean, she doesn't have her reasons for thinking that, of course. But I talking to him, his relationship with Jay-Z, like he said tonight, is merely if I see him in the same room, I wave. And he's got some hate for Diddy. I mean, Jaguar. I mean, I'm sorry, not Jaguar, but what he didn't tell you is this man's taken bullets over the years, and allegedly it was from that camp. I mean, he's been wounded at some point in some life-changing ways, and I can tell you he doesn't work for Diddy. I think he's not scared. I mean, because he's facing all this head on, and again going to the grand jury, and And keep in mind one thing for Courtney, he was very adamant about this. He is not a witness. He doesn't want to be called a witness. He's not being called in to testify per se. He was called in to turn over what evidence he has that he claims to have. That's what he was called in for. He was not there to give testimony. He is not a witness. He was not an eyewitness at all to any of these things that happened. So he was very strict about that, because we had him on our thumbnail, witness from P. Diddy, and he made us change that before we put it on that he was coming on, because he said, I'm not a witness. If you put that on there, I can get in trouble for that. He said, I'm not a witness 100%. So I want to give that statement out for him, that he is definitely not a witness of any of the crimes that has happened, have ensued.
Okay, so let me let you guys in the chat hear. Jag confronts him, and it was epic. Why do I keep saying that word? There's no other word. It was epic. Let's take a listen.
That's your new thumbnail title.
I think he's back. All right.
I bet he's back.
Hello, Courtney. Can you hear us okay?
Everything okay.
So, yeah, we've seen you in the news here again.
This is Jaguar Wright. They're trying to unalive me. Again, can you help?
Hold up, Jaguar. I'd like to apologize to you because.
See that?
What's that say?
That's the message from your lawyer, sir. That's the messages between us. And she ghosted me.
What did it say?
Who should I email this to?
Do you want to read it to him, or?
Well, I didn't want to put it up too close because her phone number's on there. I don't want to dox her.
Just read it. Don't put the phone number up.
Real simple. This is Jaguar Wright. They're trying to unalive me again. Can you help? It was marked as read October 7th, 2024. And then she put, yes, did you call me? Are you available to talk now? Feel free to call me. We contacted back. She ghosted me. So right here. It's a 305 number. Ain't that the same number you call her on? I'm a serious woman.
I'm a serious man.
I hope so, because your life is on the line, sir. You know that.
Yes.
You're playing dangerous games with people who have put their life on the line. Me and you ain't got nothing to say until I hear you publicly apologize to I'll be sure, sir.
About what?
About every lie you told about him. About
No lie. First of all, I told no lies. So I'll be sure.
And I'm calling you a liar right now. And if Gene Deal were here, we would both sit here and call you a liar right now. There is no way Kim Porter would ever ask anyone to disparage that man, ever.
First of all,
especially not after everything that Diddy has done to him. Do you know how many times we've had to pray him back from flatline, sir?
First of all, I never said I wrote the book. I never wrote the book.
Keep speaking, Courtney. Respond.
Yeah. Just keep going, Courtney.
Oh, okay. I never wrote the book, Shan. So what you saying, Jaguar, is not what you said.
Brother, no way to things that you said to say. And your stories ain't adding up. I don't know who's coaching you. I don't know who's giving you information. But I'm calling you into account right here today, sir. I am telling people, you are going to stop lying on Gene Deal. You are going to stop lying on I'll Be Sure. And you are going to stop pump faking on a woman who put her life on the line to save hundreds of victims.
And are you saying this has been said within the concepts of the book, or out with the concept, the context of the book, Jaguar?
And all of the other chit chatter that's running around, demonizing people who are nothing more than victims of Diddy. Okay,
well let's give Courtney a chance to respond to that.
All right.
The extended list. Just. Well,
let's address.
You know, I'm gonna mute up. I might have the urge to say something.
Go ahead.
No, it's
go ahead, Courtney. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Courtney. It's just for you to respond to what Jaguar has said there.
What is she saying?
All right, Jaguar, do you want to just take Courtney through it again, just to give him a chance to really
maybe 1 point at a time.
Yeah, 1
respond
point.
to 1 point at a time.
I done muted up. I done said what I had to say. I meant every word that I said, and I'm going to stand on it. Because, see, what's about to happen is if he keeps flummadilling and sitting here playing possum, I'm just going to have to play chicken with him. And I promise you, I don't turn off the road. I don't. I'm going to mute back up. But understand this. I asked for what I asked for. It's either you going to give it or you not. The things that were published in that book are things that those children should never have heard. Any of them. Especially those girls. How dare you? How dare you? And there is no way in the world Kim Porter ever gave you the permission to slander her husband. No way.
Hold up.
She would never have allowed you.
You want to let me talk tonight, Jaguar?
Yeah, let Courtney respond now. So it's
you coming on? Let me explain something.
Courtney. You're fine, Courtney. Go.
Whatever you saying about Kim Porter book is what you saying. I did not say anything because I never wrote the book. So you coming? I'm no witness of anything. I wasn't never at no party or never at no whatever they saying. I'm going by what you're saying.
What do you mean you going by what I'm saying? I didn't write no book. I didn't publish no documents. Up until today, no one has ever heard me say that I even had my own access to what was actually written down. I've never admitted that. And I'm actually putting my life on the line right now doing it. And I'm putting some other people in jeopardy that I care about. But I'm doing it for what's right. And I'm just going to have to stand on that. You can retract, you can detract, say whatever you want to say. You have some very specific things to say about I'll be sure. I, as his friend, am asking you give him an apology. That man has been doing enough. He's been doing enough. Listen, to the anniversary of Kim's passing is in just a few weeks. Did you talk to him after she passed? I did. And I was there after the first coma and the second. I don't know who you think you are, but you are no one's friend, sir.
I'm no one's friend. I'm not your friend.
You're no one.
I was your friend or never Gene's friend. You understand?
You are no one's friend, sir.
Right.
Because what you guys have done with that book, is try to tarnish a woman who put her life on the line. Y'all want to write a book about everything she did do.
That's the book she... Hold on, Jaguar.
Do you know how many girls she stuck her neck out for throughout the years? No, you ain't talk about none of that. Or how she put her life on the line to help Cassie do everything that she's doing right now. There was so much more to her story that was not talked about. That woman in the hero, when you made her sound like a common drug-addicted slut. That wasn't...
I haven't wrote nothing in that book. It was printed.
Telling you that now. You are nobody.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
You are nobody's friend, sir. I'm muting up.
Nobody's friend. I'm not your friend. I'm not Gene's friend. I know nothing of you. I can't hear her.
She's muted, Courtney. So do you want to just tell the viewers what's happened to you in the past couple of days regarding this grand jury attendance?
Oh, since then, my phone was taken from me. What I had in it was sent to me. Jaguar, she's off the hook. Right now, I'm tired. I don't want to be here. It's a gag war that I shouldn't be talking about what's going on. I was not a witness for Shaun against him. I'm here only for my friends. Tupac Shakur. That's the only one I'm here for that was taken
Here it
away
comes.
from here.
And that
Did you
just
just say Pac?
Yes.
Oh, you a whole clout chaser. Hold up.
I'm not a cloud chaser.
You a
No,
whole clout chaser.
no.
I'm not saying nothing. You wasn't saying nothing about nothing. No. I'm calling Meech. I'm calling Meech. We're gonna talk to somebody who actually knew Tupac. Meech. I'm sitting here with the Courtey Burgess guy.
Oh, that's dope. What's good with it?
He said he doing everything that he's doing for Pac.
Oh, that's my nigga. That's what's up. Pac is my brother.
I know Pac is your brother. But I don't understand how this book with Kim Porter got anything to do with Pac.
Yeah, what's up with that? That's crazy. Interesting. Huh.
What does this Kim Porter sex stuff got to do with Pac? How you getting justice for Pac? Talking smack on a woman's body count after she dead.
Yeah, right. That's crazy. Yeah, what's up with that?
Meech, what you talking about?
Huh?
He's
I can't hear
asking
you.
you what I'm asking you. What does Kim Porter's book and all of the sexual conquest and stuff that was published in there, what that got to do with Tupac?
First of all, it was all I did was got the flash drive, went down to book. I did not write the book.
Exactly. Ain't nobody fitting to slander Pac.
Nah, we can't do that shit, dog. That's who does that? Fuck Kim Porter.
That's how he feels about it. That ain't one thing ain't got nothing to do with the other. You clout chasing. This is
Nobody-
Tupac's producer.
Hold up, Jaguar. Let me let you talk.
Don't come up here now that you done
Hold up.
and bring Pac into it.
Meech.
Because Pac ain't got nothing to do with none of this.
I gave you a respect. I gave you a spot. Don't.
Hey, I wouldn't
carry
do
on,
that.
Courtney.
I'm gonna mute up Meech.
I wouldn't do that shit, though.
Yeah, he said he wouldn't do that. Apples and oranges.
All right, that was intense.
Mhm.
Shane, I'm just gonna tell you the truth. Courtney looks scared to me and in over his head. What were your thoughts?
One thing that confuses me, and I was in between different things when some of this was playing, like when you hear him, I mean, Courtney's just giving a shout out to Tupac. He's not saying anything defamatory against him or anything like that. And then when she holds the phone up, you hear Meech say, F Kim Porter. I didn't catch that the first time. Why does he say that? I don't understand what the animosity. It's like he's saying that against Kim because it sounds like
Uh-oh. Still there? It was a lot. Oh, right.
yeah, it confuses me because I didn't see that earlier when he said F Kim Porter. I'm like, why is Meech saying that? And I've got a buddy of mine who's another channel creator right now who actually was texting me about that. He's watching with you guys. He actually did time with Big Meech. He said 3 prisons in a row. I'm happy that the guy's out. He just told me.
Okay,
But yeah,
so that your friend confirmed that was Big Meech.
yeah, that's Meech. He said that's definitely Big Meech. Yeah, he said I did time with him. That's the one.
Oh, this is interesting.
So, okay, let me say this though, and maybe he said it because Tupac had nothing to do with him going down to the grand jury.
No, I mean how would Pac have anything to do with him going to the grand jury?
Well, no, that's why I think. Well, I'm speculating. Maybe that's
Okay.
why Big Meech said F her. What they got to do with Tupac? If that makes sense.
All right, I'm losing you guys here. Hang on.
I don't know
Okay.
why he said it.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know why he said it, but
Yeah, it kind of threw me off why he said that. I just don't understand it.
It's a lot. Everybody's saying that's not Big Meech. That's Demetrius Ship.
Okay, well again,
But
that's I just said Big Meech, and I mean I that's the most they know more than I do. So I was just going by
yeah,
what they were calling him when we were on when
Right,
we were
right.
streaming. They were saying it was him, so I didn't know.
it was intense.
Yeah,
Jaguar was emotional. She didn't appear to be lying. Nobody is that passionate when you're lying. And I know you think that Corey is telling Courtney's telling the truth. Perry,
now
what are
I
your
try to
thoughts?
stay as neutral in that as I can. I've listened to both of
Oh,
them. I'll
yeah.
be honest with you, I don't really know either one of them that well to pick a side. I try with our guests on the channel. I try to stay as neutral as I can. I think they both have a truth that they want to share. I think they're both.
Uh-oh. He keeps
Yeah.
having sound
That's going to
problems.
all end up. We'll find out in the end. I mean, when it all boils down to it, when everything comes out, when the trial hits, then you'll find out who is actually telling the real truth. You know,
Yeah.
I think the world of Jaguar. I think the world of Courtney. Again, I don't know enough to pull out who's given the real version of what's happening.
So listen, Shane, I want to thank you for coming on. I don't think you want to be on when we tell our opinions. They're quite
No. You know
controversial.
what? We love it. We love it. And
I don't think you want to be a part of that. You said your part.
No.
You gave a great interview. And I think now talking to you, it was even better because you were neutral.
Yeah,
So
and
you just
I may hit you
yeah.
guys up to come on for an interview at some point because we love having creators. I don't know if you know Lionel B. We've got him coming on tomorrow because he's been real big in showing this. So again, I might hit you guys up and hit your email and see if you guys want to come on and interview with Shaun sometime.
That would be great.
Okay.
Tell Shaun we said great interview. Loved it. Epic. Just say epic.
Yeah.
Epic, yes, epic is the word of 2024. Trust me, my whole day has been nothing but epic proportions.
Epic.
Yeah.
So
Well,
thank you for
Sharrell and
coming on.
Perry, thank you guys both very much. And your listeners, you guys are watching a great podcast and show. So enjoy and peace to everybody.
All
Thank
right, Shane.
you. Bye-bye. That was really sweet.
Yeah. But
Perry.
see, now I know, like, I don't know much about. I don't even know where Courtney Burgess came from. I just seen him come
Nobody knows.
out the courthouse down those steps, and then he just went on a tour. And how he know everybody and all this, but I don't know the deal. But it's bad when you bring Jag was ready for intelligent conversation. He didn't bring nothing to the table.
Yeah,
If
that's
you didn't
true.
want to come, if you was gonna clam up like that, just don't come on.
He looks
Because he
scared, like an
looks
animal in a
scared,
cage. He
shaking,
looks scared.
and the only thing he told us, Jag, if you let me talk, okay. Jag said, Jag, go on mute. Now, Courtney, go ahead and speak. Well, I gonna say, I'm not friends with Jag. I'm not friends with G.
Uh-huh.
So that's all you said. Okay, we get it. You don't have no friends. But what's your purpose? Answer the damn questions. You
Yeah.
didn't answer nothing.
Yeah.
Why are
That
you
was
acting like you know all this? Who gave
Mm.
you the damn drive? Or, all this stuff. It's a lot of
Well, what do
questions.
you say, Perry, to people who say Courtney actually went in front of a grand jury, and no one in their right mind is going to go in front of a grand jury and lie? What do you say to those people?
Well, look,
We've got our first liar.
no, I mean, I don't know, but like
Mhm.
it dropped off, whatever. But why was he only dropping it off now? Like, did they subpoena it or whatever? If
Yeah.
you had it all this time, or
Yeah.
could it be that higher ups had you go in to muddy the waters?
He definitely working with for somebody. He's
Right.
definitely working for somebody. The real Empress says, when is Jag gonna produce all these receipts and stop all this hollering for dollars? All that hollering look like lies to me. I appreciate your opinion, but let me say this about Jag. Jag has been saying this stuff for years. For years. I vouch for that. I mean, she's been saying it a long time. even back then, before it was in the public, she also had been telling me personally that Jay-Z was after her.
Mhm.
And that's why I apologized to her today. I would say what you guys are saying. Jay-Z ain't after you. Diddy doesn't even know who you are. And you
I
have
just
to admit, Empress, that everything that she's been saying is starting to come true. Now, does that mean Jag is perfect? I think people has a tendency to mix her personal life with what she's saying. But you cannot deny the fact that she has said these things and then they came true.
well, yeah.
That's why I apologize. It came true. Go ahead, Perry.
I used to think the same thing. And I was like, yeah, because Jag, now for one thing about it, can tell a story. The best storyteller I know. She just the words, how she set the framework. But I just know this. At this point, she said this stuff, and all this stuff is came to tuition. Like all now, Diddy's ass in jail. All this stuff. Now, Jay-Z seemed to be on the run, or or covering things up.
There's
But one thing
so
I would
much.
say that
I'm sorry. I keep doing it. Go ahead.
look, ain't nobody sued her yet. And you make wonder why. When Pierce Morgan had that shit was shut down immediately. Why, if she didn't have no truth behind it, why wouldn't they have shutting her down already? I don't want to hear she ain't got no money, she ain't got this. You shut Pierce Morgan down. Was it about $1 or was it about somebody allowing somebody to talk about your ass? So I don't get it.
That's
I mean,
true. What
I
Perry's just
believe
saying is, if Jay-Z doesn't have anything to do with this, why did he explode on Pierce Morgan?
Mhm.
If Jag is a liar and so much beneath him, then why are you concerned about what she had to say on Pierce Morgan? She also went on to say that that was a setup. She said that Vlad tried to discredit her on Pierce Morgan. Listen, Vlad TV, we know in the African American community, just can't be trusted. And he came after Jag with a vengeance and forgot to tell us the part that he was begging for her to come on his show. He forgot to tell that part.
Right.
He said he would never, I never want to talk to that woman. She's never allowed on my show. Well, then why did you beg for her to come on your show?
I would never have her on my show after you just asked her to come and she said no.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
So he full of shit too. And
mhm.
like I think Jag could have said this too. That the people who go on the show, we always know a lot of them go to jail, but I didn't know a lot of them went missing.
Oh my God, that was the biggest thing. Hi, Shane. She says, for the record, Burgess did not give testimony. He delivered evidence and came home. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's talk about this Vlad TV thing really quick because I got 7 minutes. Vlad TV has been suspect in the Black community for a very, very long time. He has a reputation of, if you interview on his show, mysteriously, you will go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
Or the feds will give you a phone call. Like, you know what I mean? While trying to down us at the same time. What did she say about him? I didn't forget. I'm talking too much.
It was something that she had said that about people who go on his show. Oh, she called him a policeman. She called him something, yeah. And but there was a trip, and she was talking about just on his show. We all heard and know when people go on there, they had a tendency to get arrested. But I didn't know about, and she gave a number. I'm not sure if it's 18, 19, something end up missing. So I can't remember the exact quote, but I'm just gonna say it that way. So the numbers might not be right.
All right, listen, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. That was an epic interview. Go check it out. You can watch the full. I think it was maybe 2 hours. It was a good interview.
That shit was good.
Epic. I keep saying epic.
Mhm.
Thank you, Jag, for coming and talking about it. I still worry about Jag. You guys
Yeah.
don't know. All of these moguls are related to drug kingpins like Supreme and what's the guy that was there the day Tupac got shot? Oh, Jimmy Henchman. These are dangerous men.
Mm-hmm.
And in our community, just let me say this. Big Meech, I love Big Meech. He's our John Gotti. The Black community loves Big Meech. Very charming. I know he's been in prison for 30 years, but he's our John Gotti. And so there's way more to this than we even know. It's more because these dangerous gangsters, they're dangerous gangsters, won't stop until somebody wins. And even though, Diddy's dangerous. 50 Cent said he unalived 2 more people that we don't know about. So this is a lot. Perry, last words?
Oh, no, I'm going to say, yeah, Jag got to be careful because, like, when you're dealing with thugs like this in that industry, bad shit happen. But when you deal with any rich person and you come out their character, whether true or not, bad things happen. People end up missing. So it's a real thing. But people in the chat, when this video is over, let us know in the comments. Do you believe Jag? What purpose was Courtney? I mean, he had a lot to say in other places when he's by himself and not challenged. But so maybe the things when Jag was there, he couldn't just say the shit he'd been saying loosely without her counter questioning his ass. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird.
Until next time, people. We'll see you tomorrow. In the meantime, fuck this shit. We out.
Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff.